Oh, you're a dog. You're a
Yeah,
dog.
good scratch was a good
Hey,
scratch.
I'm going to address this first of all. I just want to say we haven't done a podcast in 2 weeks because of Lewis.
Okay, hold
That
on.
is the hardest guy he sets up the Zoom. So without him, I can't do it. I need to work out how to do it because I'm getting sick of it, guys.
So this guy doesn't know how to open up Zoom, click
I
start
know.
thing, which is a big yellow button. It's actually the only
That's
yellow
such a
button.
cop out. That is such a cop
Click,
out.
You
click
told me because
yellow,
you're
and you are. And he said, "Oh, I don't know how to make myself the host." When you start the meeting, you are the host.
Yeah, but you said I can't record it or some shit because I'm not a pro. I'm not a Zoom pro.
No, I said you
Oh,
can't record when you're not a host. That's not how it works.
Oh,
Actually, probably can
That's
be
such a cop out.
well, hey, now we know. There'll be videos every week.
Yeah, no, that and I just have been slammed. Like I was coaching on the weekend, and our game on Sunday started at 7 p.m. We didn't get out of it till 10:30, 10:40, and then we had to go do team meetings and stuff like that. So I wasn't actually available until about 12:30 a.m.
To be fair, I am still trying to work out what days I want to upload because Mondays. Well, I went through them all the other day, and it was all right. Like I went through numbers today. Apart from a few, we're doing all right. But Mondays was okay, but then Tuesdays was dead. Like we're not doing Tuesdays.
Not doing Tuesdays.
No Tuesdays. So hopefully we can. I don't know. Maybe we'll do this now. I'll upload it tomorrow and see how Wednesday goes. Middle of the week.
Wednesday could be a new thing,
Yeah. Senny, how are you, my man?
Yeah, good man. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I heard you're trying to organize a boys' trip.
No, I bailed. I've given up.
I'm not surprised at all.
It was, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where no one stuck their hand up to do it. I put my hand up to do it, as I have with numerous other things. And once again, our group just proved to be useless.
It happened.
I gave 5 weeks notice. I said, yeah, 1st of October, have your shit sorted. Sent, I think, 3 reminders about once every fortnight. Then got accused of not taking into consideration that other people have lives, which absolutely pushed me over the edge.
As it should. As it should, my friend.
And now I've just said, hey, you guys do whatever you want. You want to organize in January? Be my guest.
Yeah, fair enough. So you balled out. I like it.
But more importantly, you had a new experience today, didn't you?
I did, Lewis, because you don't talk to me anymore. I got the job that I wanted.
You told me you didn't get it.
Oh, well, I didn't get the first one. I got another one. So I started today. I started today. So, things are looking up.
Congratulations, brother. How was it? How was the first day?
I was training today, so it was a bit of nothing, no service, no public was served today.
So what were you doing?
So I will be speaking to people about certain things.
You're a salesperson.
No. Oh, no, not really. And doing some admin stuff and all that. So yeah, good experience. It's new for me, definitely new for me. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm on a 3-month contract, so I'm going to hack it out, even if I don't really enjoy it, just to see, to get the experience under my belt, and then see what happens from there. Because if I remember, I think Sandy, the first episode you were in, so it was episode 7,
yeah,
6 or something like that. I mentioned that I had taken the semester off from uni to try and get this and travel and do a few things. I have traveled. I now got this, and now, yeah, looks like things are going my way.
Stay tuned for next week when he gets fired.
Oh God, you better not. You better not.
Whoa, boys.
But yeah,
so
welcome to the world of APS, Jordan.
Hey.
You're now servant to the man.
It's nice. I like it.
Hey,
Also,
end of the day, you just have to think they're paying your bills.
They are.
Well, for you, they're paying for stupid lightsabers and trips away.
True.
You know better than
Look
the show.
how happy he is. Oh my gosh.
All right, fine. We'll get Obi-Wan's one. Anyway,
No.
Lewis, my old friend, where have you been, bruh?
So I mean, been around a little bit, doing a bit of coaching. All right, I had having a bit of fun, getting to give back to a community that's done or just had so much of an impact on my life. So I just thought I'd get involved there. So I've had some major competitions on. I won't give exact details for obvious reasons, but like, yeah, so I had some major competitions that allowed me to work with some extremely talented individuals and some awesome stuff. So it was good little week and a half, but it was a lot of difficult days, like as in just long hours. So you would clock in or like start dealing with the team at sometimes 6 a.m. and then you're not done with meetings and everything till like 10:30, 11. So it's just it's pretty full on, good shift, but I just really enjoyed it. It was good, but it just meant, yeah, I got hammered in terms of trying to organize stuff and trying to be available. And when you messaged me going, hey man, yeah, can we do this Sunday? I was there like, I don't think so. I was like, it ain't gonna happen. And then when you messaged me, the weekend before this Sunday, you went, hey, we good? I'm there like, I honestly don't think today's gonna work because I was flying back in yesterday and organizing everything there. So it just made that difficult. So we went down to Victoria. So had a few tournaments down there, which was a lot of fun. So now we're back into the stages of I've started up my own little like coaching thing. Not business, more like I'm running a certain group of athletes, and I'm really passionate about this sort of stuff. I really enjoy this sort of stuff, but it's a new experience for me, like to actually be in charge of a group and have to organize and design programs. And so it's a lot of fun at the moment, I'd say. But yeah, it just, for the first week or two of it, it's just been a bit hectic.
Still good, but congratulations, man. That's hectic. That's really good to hear.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Coaching's very fulfilling.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've met a lot. I think I don't actually know if I've met bad coaches. Like I've met different ones, as in they're in their own mind. There's certain that I'm like, okay, what your everyone brings something to the table. I've met some that are like, oh, okay, what you bring to the table is good vibes because you don't know anything about the sport. But I've definitely had those moments where I'm like, oh, you're teaching good vibes because you just suck on every other level.
Speaking about coaches, hey, tell us about your experience, Senny.
Yeah, because I was just about to say, I was like, that's a very good way to put it. Like they can bring vibes, but very little else. I mean, yeah, like this, like the season that just ended in summer of this year was my 10th year of coaching.
This is basketball.
Oh no, well, rowing 10 years.
Oh yeah, rowing, yeah.
Year,
But what about your basketball coaching?
Well, basketball coaching, the first time coaching, and I'll bring home the dub. So, what can you say?
I mean, what more can you do at this rate? Retire 100%.
Exactly.
Right. Life's good.
Retire on top. I told Dara, hey, look, I'm done. And more than anything, I was salty that I didn't get a bonus for being one of the few teams to win the grand final. So stuff them.
Stuff these guys.
Yeah, I deserve a bonus.
You do deserve a bonus. All right, Lewis, you said you had something for us. What you got?
Well, I'm gonna gloss over it fairly quickly just because I don't want to have another full conversation around fighting. But things are starting to really heat up in terms of the world of combat sports because you got Tyson Fury giving, he's sent out 2 offers to other fighters because he's sick of Joshua taking his sweet time to accept. So he's like, oh, okay. I haven't read into the full details, but I know he's like, I've sent out 2 other offers now. If they get back to me, they get the fight, sort of thing. We got Jake lining up a big fight against, he was originally going to do Anderson Silva. There's also now word of him and Logan going to organize a fight and duke it out, which in all honesty, that would be interesting because I just think Jake is a better boxer, but Logan is going to have size on him. But so I'm curious as to how that would work. Are they going to make Jake heavier or force Logan to come down, which I don't think Logan will do, like that sort of stuff. But and then you got Conor McGregor like talking about bashing like Liver King, that dude on YouTube and like social media. Like Conor McGregor's just starting a lot of shit now. He's like, he started speaking about like wanting to boot Hezbollah and all that sort of stuff. Now he's stirring the pot, but he's organized. You got Floyd Mayweather trying to organize an exhibition match with Manny Pacquiao. Like, there's actually a lot of like interesting conversation going on with fighters and stuff like that. So I'm thinking even Wilder has released a list of people he wants to fight soon. So he's got AJ on there. He's got all your normal ones. So I was just saying, I don't want to make this whole potty about fighting again, but like there's definitely a lot heating up now. Like it looks like the next year is going to be a really good year for just like quality fights.
Isn't Deji fighting Floyd?
Yeah,
Yep,
did
I
you
can
just
see
like
that. As I said, there is some quality fights, and they're gonna end up to next year.
Because
That's happening this year. Next year is gonna be a lot of quality fights. This
I
year,
heard that if Deji beats Floyd, that Logan wants to fight Deji, and then it'll be on the same card that KSI will fight Jake.
Yeah.
yeah, they want to do that because they want to have the whole brothers v brothers again. They're just basically flipping it now.
Yeah.
But here's where I pass the question to you. The fight between Logan and Jake, on paper at the moment, is not being discussed to happen inside a boxing ring. It's being discussed to happen inside an octagon, which makes it very interesting because obviously you can't do boxing. Jake's been doing it for the years now, and he's just constantly fighting. He's got the skill. There's no doubt about that. But you go to MMA suddenly where Jake apparently has done a lot of like MMA training, but like Logan was a state champ wrestler in America. Like he's got a wrestling background. He's got this. He's got like, I think it's gonna be a very interesting fight if they switch to MMA.
But who's gonna put it on for MMA? Because UFC's not gonna do it. They can't. They're not gonna get their licensing or contracts to get like Bellator and like what are they gonna do? Just
I wouldn't be surprised
I
if UFC does it. I wouldn't be surprised if UFC does it, just for the amount of money that event would make.
But Dana wants nothing to do with Jake Paul or any of that. Like he wants nothing to do with it.
But that's the thing. He likes Logan Paul. He likes what Logan Paul's done.
I just don't see it happening in an MMA. Like there's a lot more rules and sanctions and commissions they need to get involved to have an MMA fight.
But actually that's true. I do think
Yeah.
MMA would be a little more realistic than trying to throw a boxing match.
The difference with boxing is that they had their amateur matches. So they were able to then go to professional, go to Showtime, do all that. They've done no MMA fights. They're not going to get sanctioned for an MMA fight without having amateur fights or anything like that.
Well, but the thing is, they all come from wrestling backgrounds. Both the Pauls were wrestlers. I think Logan was slightly better than Jake, but again, it just creates that whole thing of like who goes to who. Like Logan's biggest advantage is his size. Are we really going to watch him lose all of that to come down to Jake, or is Jake going to have to put it on to go to him?
But Logan's bulkier. Jake's bulkier than Logan.
Oh, he is now, actually. Yeah, ever since he bulked up to try and do like the cruiser/heavyweight fight with
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot his name.
Senny, what do you reckon?
It's hard because we haven't seen Logan fight in a very long time. I mean, he's made it clear that he has kept up with his training for most of that time that he spent off. But again, I mean, as you definitely know, Jordan, big difference between training and then actually fighting someone.
Yeah.
Even sparring and training, it's no real comparison.
Yeah, 100%.
Punches are held back, movements are slower. Like it's no real comparison because you also don't have that mentality that there's something on the line here. It's just training.
Yeah.
I mean, that being said, speaking on mentality, despite everything, Jake still definitely seems to have a little brother mentality. Like there's something about his psyche that he's always like. There's something in the way that he behaves around Logan, even now, where he's still very much the little brother. Like even on their recent podcast, there are still moments where like, yeah, Jake is trying to be his cocky, just bullheaded, arrogant, dickheadish self. Yet there are still moments where it's like Logan can easily just say something or put his foot down, and Jake, you can almost see like backs up and recoils a little bit. And it would be interesting to see how that plays out in a ring with something on the line. Like it's Jake as a fighter, I would say, is obviously more experienced and possibly more complete if he also has that same wrestling background, because now he obviously has same wrestling background, more experience, stand up. He's, I would say, a more complete fighter. Yep. But I mean, we've seen more complete fighters crumble if the actual circumstance of the doesn't fit their mentality.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. And they've both been under the pressure, so I don't think that's going to get to it. I think it's going to be their own mental game, like when they're in there. So yeah,
I think I think honestly, Logan will definitely have the mental like advantage, just because again, like you said, for him, it's oh, don't get beaten by little brother, relax, like a bit of shit talk here and there. Jake's definitely gonna have a lot more a lot more reason to win. Like he's gonna want to kill him just because he's like, I've got to beat this guy, otherwise I'm gonna say I'll lose.
Logan is winning at life at the moment.
Yeah.
For the past 2 years, Logan's life is just constant win after win after win. Where like Jake's, like you see now, like his most recent video talking about fights, it was like a meme because Swarm's diss on KSI, which was just a song, and Swarm's is not a big artist whatsoever, got more views than him. And everyone was like, Jake's poor fight announcement gets less views than Swarm's doing a diss track against KSI. That shows just how much he's declining in the amount of people that give a fuck about what he's doing fighting.
Also, it's good that you brought that up, because even with the fight that he was supposed to have with that boxer, Hasim or whatever his name was, there was speculation that the reason they canceled that was because it was not selling. Like
it was not selling, and I actually believe that.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, when you look at pay-per-views and you look at the Tyron Woodley fight, they big it up a lot. But when you genuinely look at it, it's not. It doesn't seem.
It's like 250,000 sales.
Yeah, it's not that big, and especially the first fight was big, but second fight was tiny.
No, I think the best one was 500,000 sales was the first one.
Was the first one. I think the second one was only like
fighting. If you're not hitting 1 million, you're not
in America, and this is America we're talking about.
I think that shows the audience that Jake has. Jake has always had a young audience. Therefore, young people aren't paying for pay-per-views. They're not spending $60, $70 to watch Jake Paul fight. Opposed to, as you said, Logan's definitely reached out. Like you can talk to people now and they'll be like, oh yeah, Logan Paul's all right. Before that's not happening. But if you bring up Jake Paul, like, Logan Paul's all right, but I don't like Jake. But Jake's a fuckwit. But Jake's this, which you hear that a lot more. So a lot of people are more interested in what Logan's doing. So Logan fights somebody, he sells more. Even to the point, KSI, who is probably at his peak like now, opposed to from whatever he's done, and he fights 2 bums, and it sells stupidly.
Oh yeah, he's sold the whole fight out, and it was like less than a week, and he'd sold the whole fight.
Yeah, so
so
I think it's finally catching up to Jake, where he's being exposed a bit, where he's not the big money guy.
Well, because at the same time, like the KSI one worked because everyone wanted to be on that Misfit card.
Yeah,
like so many. I mean, yeah, and like end of the day, it was an influencer boxing match. Yeah, how many people tuned in? Even pros were watching that.
Yeah,
even pros were watching that. I mean, like especially the Deji fight, like the amount of actual like professional boxers that came out and being like, oh yeah, like these guys aren't half bad. What a fight, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, so many people actually want to be a part of this. Whereas, like, if Jake Paul was to come and be like, I'm gonna like make my own card, it would be like Austin McBroom. No one's gonna fucking care.
Well, that's the thing. These people think that they just because they have a bit of an audience, they can do whatever. But it's like the boxing has proven that that's not true. McBroom, the first one, they had to go bankrupt on the company because they couldn't pay anyone, and the second one apparently was horrendous. But then we're looking at KSI. But now, so even Logan wants to fight on KSI's undercard because of KSI's doing stupid numbers. Yeah, they're tight and whatever, but it's like you can see there's levels to it. KSI's at the top and everyone else is down here.
So, I sort of think an interesting piece of conversation in terms of that is you look at the growth of them as people. Like similar to what Sandy said about him still having that little bit of that little brother mentality. Jake still seems like a bit of an idiot. Like you got Logan, he had his huge moment with the Japanese forest, and he got shut down. Ever since then, he's sort of like he's still been himself, but he's just been smarter. You can see him has grown as a person, and then he buries the beef with KSI. He's like, "Look, we both got in and slugged it out. I respect the guy." And now they've started an already incredibly successful prime energy drink company. Like that's nuts.
And they sponsor Arsenal.
Yeah,
that is insane.
Do you know
it's also getting like exposure in WWE and shit too?
Yeah.
It's because of Logan. Yeah.
Yeah.
The second they put it on the shelves in like Walmart and places like that, it's sold out. Like that shows you, forget the power of the drink, which for the record, when you actually look at how the drink's made and like the chemical makeup of it, it's really impressive. Like it's got a really low sugar count, really low this, and this. And it's only like, it's not actually that many calories for what those other drinks in that market are.
Yeah.
And they had a guy from Shark Tank on Impulsive.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw this. And they asked him,
Oh
like,
yeah.
what do you think? And
loved it.
he asked a bunch of questions, and he went, well, you're lucky, Logan, you grow it. I don't know about your partner. And Logan then went, actually, my partner's bigger than me.
Yeah.
He's got a bigger market than me. Like, you're like, me because you're America. The world knows him. Like, and I found that like a really big bit of growth for Logan, just because it's like, normally, he's me. Well, this is a clear moment where he went, no, I'm going to stop you right there. This guy is neck level. Like, so I was like that.
Well, because for a while it seemed like, because I don't like Jake, just flat out do not like him. Like Logan, don't like Jake.
Yeah.
But for a while, even I was ready to admit that Jake obviously understood that the shock factor was keeping him relevant and giving him money.
Yeah,
but it seems like you said, he never learned. He never learned the next thing from just doing shock factor after outrageous statement.
Yeah.
And then the next stupid thing. He never learned that he has to move forward from that. Otherwise, people are just going to get bored. And now we're seeing that people could not give a flying out for what he's
no one
doing
cares
anymore.
about, or like, obviously people care, but no one cares about him to the extent they used to. Like,
that's what I mean. Yeah, like it's on a downwards trend now.
I'll put it this way: my sister and like my family, who has not, like, they don't watch YouTube, they're not into this sort of shit. They never do that sort of stuff. They know the names of KSI and Logan. None of them will know who the hell Jake is. None of them. But they all know the other two names. 100%.
Yeah. I just think it was the big thing of knowing, like, I followed Logan beforehand.
Yeah.
So once the forest happened, he said he's sorry. Everyone, no one accepted it and whatever. But he went quiet for a bit and then came back. But it seemed like he came back, like he stopped all the kiddie shit. Like, he started his podcast, doing podcasts with, Shark Tank people, actors, rappers. Like, the kids aren't going to want to watch because it's a bit more of an older podcast. And then would vlog once a fortnight or something, and it was just him, just them hanging out, smoking, whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
But it just felt like that he got rid of the kiddie aspect from his vlogs and from his content, while Jake has kept up with the kids, but the kids that he used to entertain have gotten older, gotten over it, and now you're trying to entertain a whole new batch of kids, which obviously isn't working.
I know, especially because you think about how much the concepts of like being more inclusive, and like even you look at the growing themes of stuff like, trans and, all those like growing themes, which obviously, everyone's trying to be supportive of and everyone's trying to do that. Jake's now got this whole new market of people to go, okay, how do I go to these young people? While Logan, like you said, he's gone, well, my audience is older now. Let me cater to them. And the thing is, you look at what he's done. He's done bits. His podcast, I believe, was #1 in the world, most streamed podcast in the world for.
I think it's second.
I think it was there with Joe Rogan. It was him or Joe Rogan at the top. Like, I think he was in front for 1 year when like it blew up for that 1 year, and then Joe Rogan's always been on top since. But it's one of the most. I can say confidently, it's one of the most streamed of all time. And you look at the fact, it's booming now, and it doesn't get boring. He has Joe Rogan on his shows. He has Dana White. Like, it's like you said, it's not just random people. They're massively famous people that he's bringing in.
Yeah, no, it's he's doing bits, and that's where I think he's just gonna keep growing. He literally has the cheat code, like the money code to life.
Yeah,
he can do whatever. He's gonna make money doing whatever he wants, and that's how it is. All right, I'm glad that was really quick, and we got over that fast. But on other news, I played basketball for the first time in a year yesterday.
How'd you go?
I suck. But I was okay. So, Senny, I went to UC. Oh, Lewis. I went to UC where we used to play, like the bottom court, shooting around, bro. Horrendous, absolute trash. But then we played 2-on-2, and in 2-on-2 I did all right. So I don't know if it's in game, like I can be better compared to when it's just shooting around. But man, was it like, it was really good to be back out there, but really shit when you're just shooting around and bricking everything.
Where you work out like it's not like riding on a bike. It's something you do genuinely need to keep up to keep.
Yeah. Someone told me when I first, like when I got it seriously into it, that it's like rhythm. You got to keep going, and if you get out of that rhythm, you're going to be fucked for ages till you get back into that rhythm again. So, yeah, not doing it for a year, it was definitely not a good. My ankle went straight away. I didn't roll it, but it was just like didn't enjoy it at all. It was just, yeah, hard times.
Yeah. Side note, did you see some of the new trades that have been happening on the NBA side?
I saw that Patrick Beverley tried to ball out today, and it was fucking horrendous.
Oh, was it? I actually didn't see any of his highlights. I just
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a highlight. They said they're like the caption was just this one like sequence. Like, what the fuck is Patrick Beverley doing? He shot a 3, got blocked, ran around before halfway, grabbed it back, caught it, and threw it up, bricked it, and it's like, oh, here we go. As a Lakers fan, here we go again. Bro, we're fucked.
No, so the interesting one is Celtics have
Lana Rhodes' dad, kid's dad. That's who they have. Did you see that? Did you see
Celtics acquired Blake Griffin, which I have no clue how that's going to go. I do think it's going to be interesting because
thank you, Sadie.
I don't know how Blake will go at the Celtics, if I'm honest.
He's so shit. But I don't know. So still on Blake Griffin. But did anyone see the photo that she uploaded and the kid? Bro, it looks exactly like Blake Griffin. Let me try find it. I saw a thing. It was like KD's off the hook. KD's off the hook.
Oh
God. Let's try find this.
Lakers tried to do a cheeky deal. Did not work.
What was it, bro? At the beginning of every trade season, as a Lakers fan, we're getting Kyrie, we're getting everybody. It's gonna be good. Life is good, and then
you get Kuzma,
and
then you get Westbrook.
And I'm happy to have Westbrook. He's gonna ball out this year. I'm happy to have him. But if our best fucking player that we picked up of this offseason was Patrick Beverley,
oh bro, you win. Like, it's game over.
What's happening?
Absolute arse, dude.
Bro, someone's got to score the points for your team. All right.
I could get more points than Patrick Beverley.
So the Lakers were going to trade 2 unprotected first-round picks and Russell Westbrook to the Pacers. And what they asked for in return was Miles Turner and Buddy Hield.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which they declined. Shocker.
No, we know. No, they didn't. So they didn't offer that. That's the reason it didn't happen. They were trying to trade Westbrook for the 2 players, and they wanted the first 2-round picks. And Lakers said, we can't give these up.
Well, to be fair, Westbrook, for 2 players that are, well, one at least that's very young and they've got a lot of years on them and they're not bad players. For a guy that's coming off one of the roughest seasons he's had in a while.
But Miles Turner's a center that's unhappy and isn't even starting, and Buddy Hield is blowing up because he's now been put to like the backup bench.
Yeah, so why would you want to bring in someone else that you're going to straight away put to your backup bench?
Well, wait, who do they play for? Who plays? Why do I think they play on the Kings? Who's their point guard? The Pacers.
Pacers point guard. It's TJ McConnell and Halliburton. That's the one. Halliburton.
Isn't Halliburton playing for the Kings?
No. Him and Buddy Hield moved to Pacers.
Yeah, he was part of the Sabonis trade.
That's right. Because that's what I thought. I was like, Buddy Hield's at the Kings. But yeah, that's right. See, he wouldn't have hurt. But I'm happy to keep Russell Westbrook. I really think he's going to have a good year, and we're going to not win because we have Patrick Beverley, but we'll make playoffs.
Hey, LeBron shot 0 from 7 today.
Who?
LeBron.
Never heard of him.
What did AD do?
He got 11 points.
Did he get injured?
No.
Yes, dude, that's looking up. You know what else is something as a Lakers fan you hear every year? AD's looking his best. AD's looking strong.
In his preseason, he looks massive. He looks
2 games in. He's out. What about Zion?
Bro, he actually looks back in shape now. He looks
like Penny, dude. Penny, stand up.
No.
Oh, shit.
He actually looks like he's like. I think he worked out.
He looks
that,
like he's ready to
when
play.
he came in and everyone's like, "Bro, what the fuck was that?" He's sort of like, "Yeah, shit, I kind of got to go again."
Bro, when you haven't played and all you have to do is train, how do you not look like that?
Yeah.
Like, you're getting paid to just be in the gym and you don't, like, that's ridiculous. What
See,
else?
Ben Simmons had his first game for
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
for Nets. Did well. Dropped
I
6
saw he-
points.
How many points?
6.
Fuck yeah.
Huge performance.
Yeah. I don't know. The NBA is going to be so cooked this year, I reckon.
I don't reckon Lakers are making top 8.
No, they are. They make top 8.
They'll make top 8. They'll make.
They'll make the play-in. They'll come in 9th. They'll make the play-in to get in.
Probably. And then we'll, that first round, play the Warriors. Sick.
Yeah, that was so fun.
I really think that this year will be the Sixers' year, but I'm putting a bold bet out there.
I don't.
Well, it's not the fucking Celtics.
Hey, look, they've gotten one better each year. All right, they got knocked down of the conference
They
semifinals.
actually,
Then they made the conference finals.
Yeah.
Last year, they've now made the finals. This year, ring. They've
Can't
got one better each year
Played very good last year. What have they? Oh,
until game 6, and then they shit the bed.
Yeah, till Jason Tatum 100 turnovers.
Oh yeah, hey no, bro, isn't that what you're meant to do, bro? If you're not, as I said, you're not pushing high numbers, not valuable to the team, you know.
Right, that's why Russell Westbrook's our best player.
Yep, them 100 turnovers. You.
Sunny, what have you been up to? How's uni?
Shit.
When do you finish? Like this semester?
Yeah. Well, exam period will finish on the 13th of November.
So didn't you have exams recently? Well, they were mid semesters then.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I don't even know. I can't remember.
That's why I messaged you that day because I was like, wait, if he's got exams now, doesn't that mean he's finished? And then I was like, when do you finish? But that makes more sense. It's mid.
Yeah, they were just mid semesters.
Yeah. And Lewis, for you?
I had the mid semester break. I'm doing really well. No, do you know what's funny? I normally talk about uni being crap. Uni's not like the subjects are interesting, like, you know, in terms of they're sometimes good, sometimes not. I've actually met like a lecturer I've actually really enjoyed listening to. Like, she's phenomenal. Her energy and everything like that. I watch her now, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not listening too much to what like the information she's teaching is, but like just the way she organizes herself in a class environment, I'm just there like, not bad. Take notes on that, her teaching style rather than the stuff she's teaching.
Is she hot?
I knew you were thinking that as well. I knew as soon as I started nodding.
Well, when you started saying I'm paying a lot of attention, her teaching isn't great. I don't really listen.
Yeah,
a lot of attention.
No. Her teaching is great. The way she speaks, the way she communicates is good.
And the way she looks.
No.
Wow.
The bush
That's
pig.
me.
Rare.
Wow, Lewis.
So you keen for? Did you guys watch the NRL final?
I did. I'll tell you about my story. That was fun. I went with a few boys, went to a little place called Civic Pub. Shout out. Unofficial sponsor. We booked for, I think, 16 or some shit. And I've been going to Civic Pub since 2016. What's that? 6 years. And not once have I ever seen this room that I went into.
Yes.
So we're walking. Everyone's real weird. They're like, oh, table 30, table 30. We're like, what the fuck's it? Like, what's table 30? Me and my mate Michael, we went walking around looking for 29, 28, 31. Where the fuck is 30? And we go back. Do you know where 30 is? You know, then the guys like yelling at us, being like, you know what? Go to 30. There's 30. I was like, we don't know where 30 is. So we get followed. We get like escorted into this like secret room in Civic Pub that's got just a one table in the middle, all these chairs around it, a fireplace, and just one massive TV. And
it was like a full boardroom table.
Yeah, it was blocked off from everything else. So you had curtains to close, like shutters. Then like
that's amazing.
Big wooden like planks in the middle, so it doesn't even look like a room. For 6 years I've been going there, I didn't know this thing existed.
Now it's the only place you want to go.
Yeah, bro, it was so sick. So then we're like, it starts off, you know, there's like 8 of us and we're booked for 16. As time's going by, we're getting loads of people in here. But when I left, there would have been like 23 people in there.
Like strangers.
No, so we had people bringing their misses that weren't supposed to, they weren't coming. Fucking Billy Townsend was there.
Yeah.
All these Billy Townsend, a mate of mine that I haven't seen in forever. He just walks in, so it was good. It was good to see everyone that I haven't seen in a while. Canal dropped beer everywhere, broke glasses, you know how it is. And I left it. So Tom Thompson, shout out Tom Thompson, walks in with 10 beers in a tray, and everyone takes from one side. So when Canal takes off, he didn't do the thing, so he took it off, and it just went it broke, it literally went everywhere.
Oh.
So it just proved that we weren't supposed to
it's
be in that room because we're not used to it.
That's the King's first and last visit to that room.
Correct. So no, it was cool. But then I left at halftime. I was like, this is gonna get super rowdy, man. It was getting.
You didn't stay for you are soft.
Bro, it was 24-0. I'm not staying longer than that.
No.
To be fair, in 2 weeks, arguably two of the worst finals in Australian sport. Not as in I'm happy for I'm happy for the winners and stuff, but you think about the AFL final was a blowout. Absolutely.
It was always going to be.
Hmm?
It was always going to be.
The Swans win?
No. Geelong beat them 133-52.
Oh shit.
They got pumped. And then you look at
Newcastle Geelong.
Then you look at NRL the week later. Such a letdown too, because they stomped them, and it wasn't. And everyone might go, "Oh, there were 2 tries." It's no, but those 2 tries happened in the last 5 minutes. For the entire game, it was almost 30-0. It was so dull.
Yeah, once Penrith put their foot off the gas, they scored. It's come on now.
Yeah, twice in 5 minutes, legit.
That doesn't count.
I've got another plane story for you, King.
Another what?
Another plane story.
Oh god, we got too many of these, man. So hold on, before you start, Sandy, do you have any plane stories? Because you're up next.
No, never actually.
All right, make one up.
Make one up.
Story.
Next time, come and go. I just had this experience, right? On this private jet I was about.
Yeah. With the volleyball team. Let's go.
No, so I was flying. I was sitting next to these 2 lovely people. Now, on a plane, right? There is plane etiquette. This is the context here. If you were on the window seat, you get the wall and you get that inside armrest. Sorry, no, you get the wall, and the window, you get to look out, and you have the armrest that's this side on the wall. You have this armrest here and the wall here. If you are in the middle, you get the 2 middle armrests. All right, standard etiquette. You get the 2 middle armrests. The person on the aisle gets the outside armrest and a little bit of extra leg room. That is what you're getting when you're on the aisle. You get the leg room to stick your leg out there. You don't get the inside armrest, all right? The inside armrest is strictly for the middle person. They're in the shit spot, all right? Now this has been firmly established. Legs, however, your legs are permanently defined by the limits of the seat you're in, all right? The width of your seat is the width of your legs.
For context, Lewis is 6'5". Okay? 6'5" over here.
I was on the aisle. All right.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I was okay. I had that little bit of extra leg room, but they were bringing the carts by. I was like, oh, it's all good. I'll just I'll put my legs in front of me for the carts. It's fine. All good. And I was chilling for a bit. And then I felt this pressure on my leg. And I was like, okay, what the fuck? Looked over. This person next to me starts just man spreading massively outside their zone. And I'm there fuck you doing? I didn't say that to the person. I was just looking at him going, does this person even know? Because it was a person who was obviously with a parental figure. So it was a mum and a son. So the son sits down. The mum's there curled up into a ball against the wall, using her etiquette.
As she should be.
Using the etiquette correctly. Now, everyone knows if you've got kids or you're with your parents, if you're going to intrude on space, you intrude on theirs. All right.
Yeah.
She had moved over like this, so her legs were touched against the wall, allowing ample room for him to stretch out that way. This guy was being respectful there, leaving that zone and spreading into mine. Now, for me,
how old was the kid?
Oh, about 16.
Okay, so old
actually, I probably got a bit 17. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was looking at him going, "You're in my area, you're in my zone here." So I was sitting with my knees touching together into this poor person in front of his back because this dipshit next to me doesn't know just to pull the legs in a bit. Have a little bit of etiquette. That's all I asked. A little bit of etiquette. And then it didn't help that the person across the aisle from me decided, you know what? I don't often wear deodorant, but I will decide. But I'll decide.
Oh,
You know,
and on a plane, it's the worst.
I sometimes wear little spritzes of deodorant here and there.
Shit.
But I would decide on the day I don't want to wear deodorant that I will sit in an enclosed box. So he sat next to me, not wearing any deodorant. So for the entirety of the flight, I'm going,
Always one. There's always someone on a flight.
Oi, you and me, Senny, we know about some people, some stinky old folk. Are you finished?
yeah, I'm done. That's my
Bro,
round.
Senny and I, and actually Lewis, you too, we couple geeks, right? We don't mind going to a midnight launch of a video game, right?
No.
Now, when you think about the people that go to a midnight launch of a video game, maybe Pokemon,
I was one and done. And you dragged me to that.
you would think, you know, you're gonna exactly what you think these people would be like. It's exactly what they are. Now, some people decide, oh, it's a midnight launch. I don't respect other people. I'm gonna go there after being on the couch for 4 days. So they come there, their t-shirts sticking to their backs, and you got to line up pretty close, Senny? Like, you can't leave a gap because people sneaking in.
Yeah.
So you need to be tight. And some people, bro, these midnight launches are fucking stinky.
Bro,
Now-
that doesn't even describe it. That was my first ever midnight launch because we were both keen for that game. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's go. I'd never been to one, and you'd already been to at least half a dozen.
No, I think that was my second. Was it Pokemon or Battle? Because you went to Star Wars with me too.
Battlefront 2 I did, not 1.
No,
One
Battlefront 1, we didn't. Battlefront 2 didn't have one. Battlefront 1 we did. That's where we saw Sam, and that's how we all kind of connected.
No, you saw Sam. I didn't go to that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Keep going.
Yeah. And then you did not prepare me for that. And especially because like where the shop is, there's ample room. Like it's an open part of the mall.
No, it's upstairs Belco.
Yeah,
Oh,
upstairs Belco. So there's a lot of room there. We had room to ourselves, and I still distinctively remember, like while we were waiting for those doors to open, I told you I'm not standing anywhere near this group because the smell was just so bad. And it's not like you two would know when you're around like athletes or even just people in the gym, stuff like that, like there's that kind of sweat smell. This isn't that. This is like actually no, it's just
It's just
not moving, not eating good food,
bro.
not drinking water, and not
It's
bathing
algae.
yourself.
It's you're smelling.
You can see the smell coming off them. Like this is how potent.
It's literally that old cartoon green little line coming off them.
Oh.
We're getting cancelled.
No. So
it's not all of them, but it's some of them. And here's a PSA: wash yourself.
And if you go on a zing, wash yourself too. Fuck me, man.
Yeah, and like we talk about those little etiquette moments. Yeah. Another thing, if you're on a bench, you know, something connected to other people, or I don't know, maybe an airplane aisle, right? And you decide that your stomach's feeling a little bit gassy, and you're gonna fart. The whole bench will vibrate with you. Everyone will know it was you, especially if you at the time that you choose to fart next to me on this aeroplane are the only other person in the row. So he thought he was being sneaky, but I felt the fucking chair vibrate. And I looked over at him and he did this. I shit you not, he did this. He went, and I looked out the window and I was there like, oh, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, dude. Bro, it's so bad, eh? Like, is it that hard?
It's just one of those things you just don't do. It's like, you know, if you walk in for ladies, this might be news, but when you're a man and you walk into a urinal,
that's not demographic, bro.
Yeah, no. When you're a man, you walk into a urinal and all of them are empty. You go to the furthest one. All right. You technically you have your pick, but you go to one of the ends because that is standard etiquette. If you're the second person in, you pick the opposite end because again, that is just logic. You do that. I have been in so many now where I will be at the end going, I'm observing it. And the guy will choose to come stand right next to me. And I'll be mate,
that's a gay toilet you're in, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm like, mate. And this is one of the ones that has like it going around all the walls. I'm like, bro, you could have had any angle. You picked right next to me. It was the most uncomfortable piss I've ever had.
Have you ever had one where you're peeing in the corner and someone stands behind you and pees through your legs? I said he was like, yeah, I have.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I haven't done that. No. Thought you were gonna say like when you're on the corner and then there's the other corner, so it's like your backs are next to each other. Damn it.
Then he was like, yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Shit,
Both
mate.
of us went no, and he went, yeah. Oh, yeah, me neither.
I fucked up. All right, I don't know how long you've been on for. Let's do one last thing. What's everyone's favorite lolly?
Okay, are we
Yeah.
defining lolly as like a gelatin thing? Because if you go chocolate, that's
No, chocolate's not a lolly. Chocolate's
Okay,
not
cool.
a lolly.
Mm.
I'll let Senny go first. I feel like you're a pro. What are you eating now?
Turkish delight,
Okay, yep, fair.
which I would count as a chocolate.
Yeah,
Yep,
I mean,
same.
Same with
I would
Twinkers,
count it as
same with pineapple
disgusting,
lumps.
but yep.
Favorite
I've actually got a
lolly?
few in my head that are really good. They're like god tier, but we got to. I tell you what, no,
Can we do a tier list?
yeah, next week we got to do a tier list, full tier
Mm.
list of chocolate and lollies. Like,
All
full
right,
tier.
well, you might as well. We'll get our favorites out. Oh, before we start though, I haven't eaten lollies in like a good minute. I can't eat lollies anymore. But actually, I'll start because I know mine. But if I had to, it would be the little clouds.
Okay.
Red clouds, and red starburst. That's me.
Are you a fan of red frogs?
No.
Oh, okay. Controversy. I feel like they're quite popular. They're up there near the god tier.
Yep. Okay.
For me, a long while, I used to really, really enjoy Redskins. I used to love Redskins, but they just became really difficult as you get older. Like they're just so sticky, so it's just going wrong. So if you ever get those mix bags, they came with sherbet. And I think right now, one of my favorite lollies, may not be my favorite, but one of them was called a Milky Chew.
Yeah, I love
And
Milky
oh
Chews
my
too.
gosh,
Yeah.
that was
I love
amazing.
Milky
Are
Chews.
they the white bottles?
No, that's a milk bottle. These are like in a little red package. They say Milky
Yeah.
Chew, like blue writing, and they're a white lolly. But
Yeah.
for me,
Milky Chews are good.
for a long time, they were top tier.
Senny?
I mean, Sour Patch Kids are always going to be up there for me,
Of course, yeah.
but yeah, lollies are hard, but it would probably be Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. All right. You know what? While we got everyone here, favorite cereal.
Oh, gee, no, I can't. There's too many good ones.
Cocoa Pop Checks.
Cocoa Pop Checks, Frosted Flakes.
Yeah. Crispix was a good one for a while. I enjoyed that.
Which one?
Crispix.
Okay, I never heard. Oh, I think
Imagine chocolate checks, but they're yellow and they're quite
honey.
Oh, yes. Yep.
They're quite good. Well, I mean, Cocoa Pops and Fruit Loops were like the greatest in my childhood. As I gotten older, less fan of Fruit Loops. Cocoa Pops still gun.
Goated. Yep, that's fair.
So we got some
any of you guys tried Lucky Charms?
Yes,
No, I
Lucky Charms
haven't
are so
actually.
good, but they just like there's so much sugar in that shit.
They're good,
Right.
bro.
So, oh, bro, those little marshmallows. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, the little
so good.
slice of delight.
Alrighty. Well, I've got to oh no. Nah, I've got to be honest, I haven't ever tried them, but clearly based on the reactions, I've got to get involved sometime soon.
Wait, Lucky Charms. I thought you were
No.
I thought
Yeah,
you were
Lucky
gonna.
Charms.
You were like, I've never tried. I thought you were giving to something else. No, I once went to. Well, the first time I went to America, I went to a buffet at this like where we were staying near Disneyland, and all I had the whole time was bowls of Lucky Charms. There was everything there. I just had my bowl, bro. Recommend highly.
Lucky Charms,
highly
they're so
recommend.
good, just so much sugar.
Yeah.
So next week, stay tuned. We'll have a lolly tier list, chocolate tier list, and
Mm.
apparently
Well,
cereal too.
it might not be next week. It could be the one after because next week we're gonna have the volleyballer on, and the week after we'll get Senny back on and we'll do the tier list.
All right, sounds good to me.
If we can, Senny, if you can get a board or something, or like be in a
Yeah.
position where like one of
I'll
your
sort it out. I'll sort it
behind
out.
you, yeah, that'd be
We
sick.
can just share
Then we
screen, get an electric one going.
Yeah, exactly.
okay, yeah, let's do that. That'd be sick. All right,
All right.
boys. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you, Senny, for coming by. Tuba, so good to have you back, man. Nice to have you. It's been 3 weeks.
I can't do this.
If for anyone wondering, this is we are co-leaders to this. Doesn't feel like it.
Oh, don't give me this. Mister, I don't know how to open Zoom and click mute.
Sonny, hey. So guys, this behind you. All right, relax.
Yes. All right, see you everyone.
All right, boys.